I overheard them discussing new orders. Orders from the Fire Lord himself. He sent his personal guard to bring Prince Zuko back to Capital City, where he is to stand trial for treason.
Treason?
Did Zhao know about the Blue Spirit?
Boy, Zhao's figured out you were the one that freed the Avatar.
He just figured that out off screen.
She had no idea. It was all too easy to get him to take the bait.
Okay, so it was a bluff, but Zhao must have still figured out that he was the Blue Spirit. Prince! Okay. So off screen, Zhao figured out that he was a Blue Spirit. He didn't have to see his swords or anything, and he also set up on Zuko's ship that he would be blown up or something.
Zuko's on his own, and he wasn't anything like I thought he'd be. He just seems so alone.
Zuko alone, get it? I get it.
This whole time, I've been worried that I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh my god.
I haven't learned any of the other bending skills, and I'll probably continue messing up. But at least I'll be able to do it with my friends by my side.
Hey, has he waterbended yet? At all? Like, I know this show just got renewed for a second and third season. I really hope the writers learn about show, don't tell. Or at least they do it more.
This is
Beautiful. It's perfect.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I remember in the show, it always reminded me of, like, Minas Tirith from Lord of the Rings.
The Fire Lord has given me the honor of leading a great armada with orders to conquer the North.
Forgive me, Admiral, but you weren't the first to come to mind for such a prominent mission.
I admit that I have little experience.
Yeah, because he was like a just nobody in this version. So Ozai giving him a lot of power is suspicious. Oh, they're using Earthbender prisoners. That's to like duel with her.
Send every bender he has at me. I'll burn everyone in the world until he admits the truth.
What truth?
That I'm the one.
You think you're Neo, Azula?
Tomorrow morning, go and find Yagoda. She is one of our finest instructors, and she can start you on your journey.
Thank you, Master Paku.
That's probably the healing version, though, that she's not going to want to do. Also, yeah, Katara hasn't unlocked the power of healing in this version. Oh, Yue is a waterbender. That makes sense. Was she in the show? I don't think she was.
You are just a girl.
Did you think I wasn't a girl?
No, I just...
Did you assume her gender?
They're ready for the evening blessing.
Thank you, Han. You didn't have to leave the feast. One of the priests could have come.
It was no trouble at all. Really.
Is that her fiance in this one? Ah, the betrothal. Oh. Oh! Okay. I even pointed that out last time. I was like, should we recognize that fox? Because it made a noise. She's the spiritual leader. Did she meditate in the spirit world and help him?
But we've heard stories of how you've saved communities, defeated the Fire Nation platoons, even battled monsters. How were you able to do all that?
My friends helped me. We worked together.
It would have been wise to have focused on your training during your journey.
Yeah. At least try and bend water at least once. Like, just give it a try. Just see if you can. Just push and pull. Real quick.
Paku told me we'd be having a special guest today.
Thank you for having me.
Yep, time to unlock the healing powers. Those are really cool, like, little practicing dummies that they made just for this. This is great.
I think my skills lie more in combat, so if it's okay, I'd like to train in fighting techniques.
In the Northern Water Tribe, women aren't allowed to fight.
Aren't allowed? That's not right.
But that is our way.
Well, you knew there was one story they were going to keep, and it was going to be this one. But I mean, come on, Katara, every party needs a healer. Anyone playing an MMO would tell you that.
The princess and I, we were betrothed. It was arranged by our parents when we were children, but when she turned 16, she broke it off.
Thank you for coming to pay your respects to Avatar Kuruk.
I'm here to do a little bit more than that. I'm
Wow.
hoping Kuruk can help me make a difference in this fight.
He's We've seen statues of all the avatars. We had Yang Chen, Kyoshi, Roku, Kuruk.
During his time as the Avatar, Kuruk didn't engage much with the world. Some say he became enamored with the spirit world and spent most of his time there. Unfortunately, that meant he wasn't around much to help us deal with our problems. I believe there must be more to his story.
Yeah, it was Ko. Ko stole the woman he love's face. And that's probably why he was in the spirit world a lot, trying to defeat him or something.
Avatar Kyoshi showed me a vision of Agnikella being destroyed by the Fire Nation.
Agnikella.
I need to stop that from happening.
You can't.
That's the name of the city? Interesting.
After I became the Avatar, I discovered dark spirits were on the verge of crossing over into our realm from the spirit world.
Fatu?
Umi, my beloved, paid the ultimate price. The spirit stole her face.
Ko.
Listen to me, Aang. The Avatar must walk alone.
I guess you need to go and recombobulate.
I knew it. It was you.
Yes.
You're the fox.
Yes.
You're a spirit?
Part spirit, mostly human. Being of both worlds has meant that I can be a bridge between the two.
Like the Avatar.
You didn't like it?
What's not to like? Nearly being mauled by a spirit monster, or getting my face eaten by a predator, or having to relive one of the most painful memories of my life.
Painful?
Oh, so that memory was real. It wasn't just like Ko messing with him. He actually witnessed that. I thought it was just like an illusion.
Maybe it's better if you didn't fight. This battle, it'll be like nothing we've ever faced before. People are gonna get hurt and die. I can't lose you in Sokka.
Aang, you're not gonna lose us.
But just the thought I could is gonna hold me back. These people need the Avatar.
You know, I'm actually starting to feel a bit hyped for this final battle. That'll probably be in the final episode. It actually seems like it's going to be huge. They've been setting it up really well this episode.
Have you got a plan yet?
A plan? The plan is to prove my father wasn't wrong to trust me with this mission. The plan is to go in and capture the Avatar once and for all. The plan is to reclaim what's rightfully mine.
So no plan.
I'm working on it, Uncle.
That is Zuko. Those moments are Zuko. Their relationship. Lightning bending. She gonna shoot it?
Sokka, if you're trying to talk sense into me, you're not doing a very good job.
Sense? Who's talking sense? No, what I'm trying to tell you is, go kick his ass.
Ooh. I was even thinking like, yeah, kick his ass. That's what he's gonna say. But I didn't think they'd actually say ass. Oh, wow. Gee, calm down. Oof.
Had enough?
All you did was blow snow in her face. That's straight out of the show. Also, she invented that move in this version. That might impress him.
You're an excellent waterbender.
But you still won't let me fight.
No.
Kuruk, Roku, Kiyoshi, they all said that I need to do this by myself. The Avatar must bear the burden alone.
Well, they're dead, so f them.
Only one person can tell you the future. The person who'll write the legend of Aang.
Legend of Korra, come on. Avatar: The Last Airbender, and then Legend of Korra. Don't mix the titles. Uh-oh. Yeah. Soot. Black snow. They're here.
Fire Nation's here. Okay. Time to fight.
Alright. Final episode is going to be the big battle. I'm actually kind of hyped for it. Like I said. Though the water effects in the show have been a bit very obviously fake, you know. Fire and earth have looked pretty good, but water is still kind of rocky, so. All right, let's try and end this off on a bang. Oh yeah, Aang's taking the fight to him. Oh yeah, Aang has yet to waterbend once this entire season as well.
Watch out, Katara! There's a new group coming in starboard side. Hey, contain the soldiers at the front. I got some things to take care of. Alpha, yip yip.
All right, Sokka, calling all the shots. Leader.
Nice job, troops. Those flame heads aren't going anywhere.
Thanks to your plan.
One down.
That's some kick-ass teamwork.
1,000 more to go. Another ass. They said ass twice in a row in this show now. Back-to-back episodes.
Uncle, Lu Ten would have been proud to have you as his father.
Again, adding more great stuff with the Fire Nation. I wonder what happened to Lieutenant G, though, because we saw him warn Zuko about Zhao's plan, which was a trap, but we didn't follow up with him. Is he on Zhao's boat, or?
They mean business, but so do we. I'd say it's 50-50. 60-40. Where are you going?
To even the odds.
Oh, she's gonna go get all those waterbender healers and convince them to fight instead of just heal. There's something about, like, this show has really emphasized, like, the war aspect of it a lot more than the kid show did, or the animated version did, because, you know, it was animated for kids, essentially. So I'm really excited to see how they do it on this, because I'm hyped. I'm looking forward to it.
You know we can make a difference.
We?
Yeah, let's just stand elegantly as we're being bombed for this poetic moment of empowerment. Like, yeah. I kind of wish in that moment they're all standing like that, just staring up, that a fireball just hit them. It's just, oh shit, well, can't do it now. Oh, also, remember this necklace? You gave it to Gran, who gave it to my mom, who gave it to me as she died. You made it. Go marry Gran. They haven't explained Katara's necklace at all.
Master Paku told us to report to you.
Paku sent you to me?
He told us to help you in any way we can. We haven't finished our training yet, but try our best.
You can start by reinforcing that section. If you spot any incoming fireballs, don't try to take them on yourself. Let me know.
Yes, Master Katara.
What? I'm not a...
It's not earned in this yet. Sorry.
I knew brute force wasn't going to be enough. I needed an edge. Nothing. Just a bunch of mumbo-jumbo about lion turtles.
Yeah.
These same spirits give up their immortality for one night every year to be among the waterbenders. They take physical form and become part of the mortal world.
Twee and Law. Again, my memory. It's annoying because I remember those names. Momo! He came out of nowhere to save a little girl. The cliche thing of little girl standing there and just watching. No, he's fine.
Momo?
He's fine. They're not gonna kill Momo. He hasn't even had a character in this show yet. Other than being adorable.
Is he alive? Barely.
I was about to be real mad. You have Momo appear as cameos, essentially, and then just to kill him, like that would have...
This is where the priest brought me when I was sick. To the source of all spiritual energy in our land.
Is Momo gonna get moon powers too?
Momo! You dumb dummy, don't scare me like that.
I would feel emotional about that, but they've only interacted like twice, and one of those was Sokka literally saying he thought he'd taste like chicken.
You little peasant! You found a master, haven't you?
Yes. You're looking at her.
I think Katara is like the weakest aspect of this show. I never was a huge fan of her in the animated show, but I at least found her charming. This one is just so plain, so these moments just fall flat for me for her.
How much of a threat will the Avatar be once I eliminate waterbending from the world? Master of 3 elements doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it?
No, he hasn't even waterbent at all. So... Who wants sushi?
Yue!
Piccolo, what the hell did you do? You blew up the moon again. Rest in peace to Akira Toriyama. Damn. Aw, Zuko couldn't even beat Katara until the moon was gone. God, I love the color of this. Like, just like in the show, it's like just lit up a little bit by the fires. But it's mostly black and white.
Aang, don't do this. You'll be lost forever.
I should have been lost 100 years ago. This isn't my time or my world. I can save my world. I can save this one.
We're gonna see the big old, the fish, big fish man, fish monster man, water monster fish man. It's Godzilla! Water Godzilla.
Aang has given himself over to the ocean spirit, allowing it to channel its rage through him and access the power of the Avatar.
We've got to reach him.
No. You don't understand. There is no Aang anymore.
I like how Yue's eyes are still very blue. Like in the show, it was very pronounced blue.
You're alive.
I was beginning to question, is Zhao a firebender? Because I don't know if we've seen him firebend yet. We probably have, I just don't remember. Zuko continues to be the best at the fight scenes.
Who do you think was my ally through all this? Who convinced the Fire Lord to send me the Yuyan archers? Who identified the blue spirit swords
Azula told me everything I needed to know.
We didn't see that scene though, did we? Or was that like an end credit scene I didn't see? I guess Zhao's dead. If he's dead, then, I mean, they set up the Fog of Lost Souls. It's not like they're ever going to get to Korra's stories. Well, maybe they might. But it would have been interesting to see him in there, in Korra. It's so Godzilla. These guys have never played a video game, because if they had, they'd know they go for the giant glowing center to do damage.
There must be something we can do, some way to bring the moon back to life.
Well, I got a bright full moon for y'all right here.
Well, somebody gathered the Dragon Balls and wished the moon back. Don't make a speech.
Listen to me.
Oh, god damn it.
You were never meant to die 100 years ago. If you had, you wouldn't be here now.
You were literally whispering, and he is so far out in a giant monster thing. He cannot hear this girl. I will say, he looks really cool there. And hey, she actually had some actual emotion in her voice that time. I know, I'm an asshole, but whatever. Oh, that's the guy who sent her to... Puck, who sent him to Qatar. There's Yue's Boo thing, so he did die.
Han.
Oh yeah, his name was Han. See, this is stuff that the show couldn't show. And it's what I want to see more of, and stuff like this, like the aftermath, the actual brutal thing of war between elements. And he's really upset about Han dying. He must have not liked The Force Awakens.
But Aang still has a journey to complete. And so do I. After all, the Avatar still has to learn waterbending.
Yeah, I guess that counts as waterbending. The ocean did all that waterbending, so you'd think he would at least push a wave or something on his own.
I caused this.
No, the Fire Nation did.
Because I failed to be the Avatar.
Again with this, we get it. You failed to be that. Just it's like just hearing him repeat the same line literally throughout the entire season. It just gets annoying. I failed. I wasn't here. I did that. Because the kid's a good actor. He's definitely better than what I saw the movie version. He just the lines, the dialogue, the writing needs to be better.
Conquering the North was always an unlikely proposition.
If that was the case, then why attack the North at all?
Distraction. The North was never the true target.
The Fire Nation loves that. They've done it like 3 times in the show.
For the first time in a century, Omashu is ours. And now only Ba Sing Se stands between us and the total conquest of the Earth Kingdom.
Yeah, Azula went after Omashu while they focused on the North. Yeah, so Sozin did it at the beginning with the Earthbenders, and he attacked the Air Nation. And then he, Ozai did it with the whole sacrificing the 41st, and now attacking the North to take Omashu.
During the movements of the heavens has always proven difficult. But we have devised a method to better understand celestial motion.
Oh, they're going to set up the Day of Black Sun here?
It's taken 100 years, but the time finally draws near.
No, the comet. Yeah, finally.
We shall see the return
of Sozin's comet.
I wish that meant something in this version of the show, but we saw how weak the Firebenders were with Sozin's Comet. They could barely take the Airbenders, so Oh no! Alright, let's get this out of the way now. I know it's an adaptation, and I should stop comparing it to the original, but here's the thing. The original's still there. It still exists. It's not gonna go anywhere. When you're taking something that people love, and you are molding it into something else, your interpretation of it, of course, there's going to be criticism against it. I'm going to critique it because I actually remember how the show went. If you don't like that, then boo frickety hoo. Sorry. When the movie came out, were y'all defending it? Like, stop comparing it to the show. Let it be its own thing. I didn't think so. When the show did something I didn't like, when the dialogue was bad, when the writing was bad, I will call it out. Just like I called out how some things were cool. Get over it. And yeah, there were a lot of aspects of the show I liked. I liked all the Fire Nation stuff, essentially. I felt like they nailed it. Casting-wise, Zuko and Iroh were great. The Fire Lord was great. Azula, bit of rough around the edges. We'll have to see more of what she can do in later seasons. I don't know why May and Ty Lee were there at all. They were just there, I guess, for no real reason. They should have been replaced by those two elder twins that were her like counselors or whatever. But all the additions to like Fire Nation stuff was really good. I really enjoyed it, and I'll praise the show for that. However, on the other side, the dialogue is crap in this show. It's exposition heavy. It's not natural. It's too speechy. Like, and I know the original had moments like that. Hell, they made fun of it themselves. But in that, you can kind of get away with because you're in the space of a cartoon. You're allowed that leeway because this is not reality. If I had to rank Team Avatar based on performances and how they're written, I'd say Sokka's at the top. Sokka was like the most natural with a lot of his dialogue. There were still very clunky bits, of course. There was still a lot of telling how we feel, especially in the end, you know. It's, what are you going to do? Subtext is lost in live action, I guess. But as far as the performance goes, I felt like he was the most natural of acting, of saying the lines out of all of them. Next would probably be Aang. Like I said, I can see he has great acting potential. Like, he can do his face. He can get the emotions. The dialogue just isn't there for him. He is trying. He is trying so hard, but this dialogue is just letting him down constantly. A lot of this, like, reused things. I wasn't here. This wouldn't have happened if I wasn't here. I failed as the Avatar. Every episode, we had to get that. I understand it's his journey. This is his arc. But a lot of that could have been show, don't tell. And this kid, like I said, is a talented actor. You could have that scene of him walking through the forest and just looking sad, and you understand what he is feeling. He doesn't have to give a speech about how many forests have burned down because I'm not here. That's the kind of thing where you have to trust the actors. Hopefully they'll trust them in season 2 more with like a lot of quiet moments, a lot of, you know, chances for them to actually act instead of just speak lines. And then the worst would have to be Katara. Sorry. Katara was always like my least favorite of Team Avatar, so I'm not really going in with like magnifying glass trying to like really inspect her character, because I'm like, whatever. Just nail Toph. As long as we get Toph right, I'll be fine. Where the dialogue failed Aang, but his acting was still trying to save it. Katara was like the opposite, where she had bad dialogue and she didn't really have the acting chops to pull it off either. She lacked emotion a whole lot of times. Like I said in another reaction, that she lacked urgency in these moments. She lacked like fear on her face in these moments, like acting with your face essentially instead of just acting with your words. A lot of her facial expressions are just it's wooden, and she's the only one I can't say like there's potential there for her, because I rarely ever saw it. There were some moments when it felt more natural, but they were very few and far between. I'm sorry, Katara, but this show had good performances in a lot of the characters, and you weren't among them. Sorry. Again, hopefully season 2, because the show's already been renewed for a second and third season, so we're getting the entire series. Hopefully growing and changing, you can see child actors become better as they go, and hopefully the writing gets better for season 2. I pray it does. They don't have to do so much exposition maybe, but overall I feel like the best things about the show were Zuko and Iroh and everything in the Fire Nation, and seeing some more mature, more darker elements come into this show, which I actually really like, because like I said, you can't show that in a kids show, you can't go that hard. The show can go that hard, and occasionally it would, which we're always good to see in times because it's like, oh, that's what you want to see from a live action take where they're taking things more seriously. But other times it's like when they were trying to do the comedy bit of Aang running into the statue like he does in the intro, it's just like that doesn't work. It doesn't work in live action. I'm sorry. I know it's like a direct adaptation and I should be happy, but it just didn't work. Like, I still don't think if I was watching this outside of the channel, if I had never seen the original show, I don't know if I would have completed it past episode 3 or 4. I don't know. I can feel potential, though, so I'm hoping season 2 is better than this. I have no hard feelings against this show. I hope it improves, and I really want it to improve. A lot of people consider book 1 to be the weakest in the original show, too, so book 2 is pretty much, the Empire Strikes Back of the story, and I hope they can live up to that potential. I really am. If I had to rate this season, honestly, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. It has potential, but there's a lot of weak elements that could have been ironed over or could have been fixed. And it's a weird balancing act, so right in the middle of that seems right to me. But that was Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live-action version on Netflix. What did you guys think of it? Let me know down in the comments. Head on over to my Patreon to support my channel there. And as always, what other movies or TV shows would you like me to react to in the future? But until next time, that's it.